Hi everybody, it's Maria Willis from Card Bomb, and I'm happy to have you joining us for today's release of the new My Monthly Hero kit from Hero Arts. This month's kit is a really fun kit with a lot of stamps and dies and embossing powders included, and I've made a fun card to share with you today that has a surprise moving part. So essentially I took two of the same large ornament dies and I connected them at the top with the brad, and that enables that front ornament to swing around. So I'm here moving it with my finger, but if you shake it, it also moves freely and swings back and forth. So that's what I'm going to show you how to do today. I'm going to start this card out by using my MISTI and this large background stamp to stamp the background of my card. I've got my white cardstock securely in place, and now I'm using Splash Reactive ink from Hero Arts to ink up my background stamp. I'm only going to show you stamping it one time, but I did actually stamp it 2 or 3 times to get a good impression. I'm going to adhere that using my Hero Arts Precision Glue to a card base in Adriatic color cardstock. Now I'm going to set aside this card base for now and start working on the focal point of my card. So I've got 2 large ornaments cut in mist and cherry cardstock, and now I'm going to ink blend both of them. I'm ink blending this one with the Hero Hues Reactive ink in the color Blue Hawaii, and I'm going a little bit heavier with the color at the bottom and then blending that up through the top. This is cherry cardstock, and I'm ink blending it with Mulled wine ink. Again, I'm going heavier with the ink on the bottom of the ornament, but still blending it all the way around to the top so that the center of the ornament is lighter than the edges. This is how those both look, and now I'm ready to stamp. So on the mist cardstock, I'm going to be stamping Santa and his reindeer, and I used the Hero Arts Intense Black ink to get a nice crisp image. I'm doing the same thing on my cherry colored ornament with a sentiment. Now that those are done, I'm going to use some shimmer pen and just splatter ink all over both of these. And then I'm going to use a paper towel to pick up any excess ink so I don't end up with any smears. You can see the subtle sparkle that leaves, and I think it's really pretty. So next we are going to cut these silver toppers for the top of our ornaments. So I just used the top of the die and a little bit of silver foil, and then I cut a rounded base to those toppers. I wanted it to be a little bit rounded so that it looked realistic and added dimension. Now again, I'm going to be using my liquid glue to adhere those to the tops of both of these ornaments. And I'm just placing them, making sure that that hole is aligned and that I can be able to pull a ribbon through later on in this project. Now that red piece on the left is completely ready to go, but the piece on the right needs a sentiment. So I've used the glittery white embossing powder from the kit to heat emboss that ho 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 sentiment onto the cherry red cardstock. And now these are going to go together just like this, and the front one is going to swing back and forth. So I found these old Hero Arts brads in my stash, and I have no idea when they're from. I got them in an awesome grab bag from Hero Arts, and I thought that red jeweled brad would be perfect for this project. So I'm just going to slip that brad through the hole, and then on the back side I'm going to fold both of the tails down, but you can see that they're too long and they're sticking off the sides of the ornament. So if that happens, you just want to take some wire cutters. These are the wire cutters that I used to cut my dies apart, and it easily cut through that one tail end. But I wanted to make sure that this was going to be fixed, so I used a glue dot both on that longer tail at the bottom just to make sure that it was stuck down, and then I used a second one at the top, and then this doubles too because you can cover up any sharp ends by doing that, just in case you're going to be giving this to a kid, or if that end ends up being exposed, you don't want it to be sharp. So I also put a piece of foam tape on top of that longer tail, and that also is going to stop it from moving. Now I'm going to cover the entire back of only the red ornament with foam tape. Okay, so here's another look at that mechanism before we adhere it to our card. So the back side is going to be fixed. That blue front ornament is going to swing freely, and I'm just going to go ahead and stick that in the center upper portion of my card. And once that's stuck down, you can see how easy it is to get that front ornament to swing freely. Alright, that is it for today, you guys. If you've enjoyed this video tutorial, I hope you'll consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. If you want more information about these cards and about the products that I've used today, you have more information in the description box below. Thank you so much, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.